Hey folks, Pastor Sean coming to you today with today's daily devotion. I was at the office in Augusta the other day, and a guy came in. He was an electrician. He's going to put in a couple of electrical outlets for us and everything. And the guy that owns the building had hired him, and he came in and he spoke to me, shook my hand, and we talked for a few minutes about electrical work. And he handed me his business card. And he said, hang on to this in case you need anything else. And I said, thank you very much, handed him my business card and went on. Later in the day, I rolled over and I looked at that business card, and it said on the back, do everything as if you're doing it for the Lord. Do everything with great fervor as if you were doing it for the Lord. And I thought about that verse, do everything like you're doing it for Christ. And I thought about all of the great things that we do day in and day out, all of the things that come into our lives, all of the things that we do. And I wondered, do we do it with zeal? Do we do it with excitement? Do we do it with that fervor and that passion that we would do if we were doing it for the Lord himself? Well, Pastor, I just don't know. Think about it. When you got up in the morning and you cooked breakfast for your spouse, for your kids, did you do it out of obligation, or did you do it out of passion? When you went to work this morning and you started your job and you started that routine that you do just about every day, did you do it out of routine, or did you do it out of passion? Did you do it out of fervor? Did you do it out of zeal and excitement? The Bible tells us that we're to do everything that we do, every job that we have, every task that we take on. We are to take it on with the excitement, with the zeal, with the full force, as if we were doing it for Jesus Christ himself. Now, I've not done that. I've not done that. There are menial tasks that I just don't get excited about, and that's wrong for me. I should be excited about every opportunity that comes along to do something for someone else. And I should treat it as if I'm doing that for the Lord himself. Kind of changes the way you look at things. Kind of changes the way that we approach life in general. There are days when I'm at the warehouse, or there are days when I'm at the office at the church. There are days when I'm scrubbing a toilet and I'm just not excited about it. But we need to be excited. We need to do things with passion. We need to do things with an excitement inside of us, a zeal inside of us, like it's the greatest job we've ever had. Because there will come a day when we don't have that job anymore. There'll come a day when we don't have that task anymore. There will come a day when we're unable to do the things that we once were able to do. When I was younger, my dad used to take me to the nursing home. He would cut hair at the nursing home, and those men would line up down the hallway to get their hair cut. And I would go around and pick them up in their rooms, and I would wheel them down in their wheelchairs or roll them in their beds, and would bring them to the barber shop where Dad was cutting their hair there at the nursing home. And there were men there who couldn't do anything. They couldn't communicate. They couldn't get out of the chair. They couldn't walk down the hallway. They couldn't do anything for themselves anymore. And that struck a chord with me. It struck a chord with me that I wanted to do things while I still could. And I was just a young kid. And Dad would instill in me the thought that work while it's day, for night's coming when no man can work. My dad and my mom always taught us, go to church while you can, because there'll come a day when you won't be able to go to church, and you'll really want to go then. So, whatever it is that you're doing today, do it with some zeal. Do it with some excitement. Do it with some passion, because there may come a day when you can't do it and you really want to. So be like that electrician who walked into my office and have a joy in your heart, excitement in your spirit about whatever it is that you get to do today, and do it as if you were doing it for the Lord himself. I love you. I'm praying for you. I believe you're going to have an amazing day, a great weekend. I hope to see many of you this weekend at Irwin Hill. God bless you as always, is my prayer.